Good day everyone! So our lesson for today is about the act of the Declaration of Philippines Independence by Ambrosio Rianzares Bautista. The Act of Declaration of Philippine Independence on June 12, 1898 marked a historic moment when the Philippines proclaimed freedom from more than 300 years of Spanish rule. While many believe that Emilio Aguinaldo declared independence alone, few know that Ambrosio Rianzares Bautista wrote and read the Declaration. This lesson will explore the events leading up to the Declaration, including the Spanish-American War, the Battle of Manila Bay, and the Treaty of Paris in 1898. We will also discuss why the United States did not recognize Philippine independence and what happened to the original declaration document. So here's the objectives of our lesson. First is understand the events leading to Philippine independence. Second, recognize Ambrosio Rianzares Bautista's role in the declaration. Third, explain the impact of the Spanish-American War. Fourth, analyze why the U.S. did not recognize Philippine independence. And the last is appreciate the importance of the declaration in Filipino history. Now, let us know who is Ambrosio Rianzares Bautista. Ambrosio Rianzares Bautista o kilala din siyang bilang Don Bosyong was born in Viñan, Laguna on December 17, 1830. His parents were Gregorio Enriquez Bautista and Silvestra Altamira. He studied law at the University of Santo Tomas in 1865 when he was already 35 years old. This means he pursued education later in life, showing his dedication to learning and justice. Bautista didn't just study law, he actively supported the reform movements in the Philippines. He raised funds to help these movements push for changes in how Spain ruled our country. He was part of three important groups that are La Liga Filipina, Cuerpo de Compromisarios, and the last is La Propaganda Movement. So first, let us know what is La Liga Filipina. La Liga Filipina, this group was founded by Dr. Jose Rizal in 1892. Its goal was to unite Filipinos and push for peaceful reforms under Spanish rule. However, the Spanish government saw it as a threat and arrested Rizal. Cuerpo de Compromisarios, after the La Liga Filipina was disbanded, this group was formed. Instead of fighting Spain directly, they continued to support reforms by funding the newspaper La Solidaridad. This newspaper, written by Filipino intellectuals, exposed Spain's abuses. And the last is La Propaganda Movement. This was a group of Filipinos who used writings, speeches, and newspapers to demand changes from Spain. Famous members included Jose Rizal, Marcelo H. del Pilar, and Graciano Lopez Jaena. Their goal was to make Spain treat Filipinos fairly. Because of his involvement in this group, the Spaniards arrested him and put him in Fort Santiago, but Bautista was a lawyer, so he defended himself well in court. As a result, he was released. In 1898, during the Philippine Revolution, Bautista became Emilio Aguinaldo's first advisor. This means Aguinaldo trusted him in making important decisions. One important moment in history was the proclamation of Philippine independence on June 12, 1898. Many people think it was Aguinaldo who waved the Philippine flag, but actually it was Bautista who did it. After the Philippines declared independence in 1898, the country needed a government. On July 14, 1899, Bautista was elected as the president of the Revolutionary Congress in Tarlac. The Revolutionary Congress was a group of Filipino leaders who helped guide the new government. As president of the Congress, Bautista had an important role in making laws and decisions for the new republic. After the revolution, Bautista continued working in government. He became a judge of the Court of First Instance in Pangasinan. The Court of First Instance was an important court during that time, similar to a regional trial court today. As a judge, he handled legal cases and helped maintain justice in the country. Bautista passed away on December 4, 1903 at the age of 72. His death was unusual. He fell from a horse-drawn carriage which caused fatal injuries. Even though he died tragically, his contribution to the Philippines live on. He was not just a lawyer but also a leader, a revolutionary, and a patriot who fought for Filipino rights and independence. So the next topic.
The Aguinaldo Shrine is a national shrine located in Cavite in the Philippines, where the Philippines Declaration of Independence from Spain as declared on June 12, 1898, or Independence Day. To commemorate the event now known as Araw ng Kalayaan or Independence Day, a national holiday, the Philippine flag is raised here by the top government official on June 12 each year. The house is now a museum. The Aguinaldo, as known as Cavite El Viejo Shrine, is the important historical site in the Philippines. It is located in Cavite. It's the best known as the place where Philippines Declaration of Independence from Spain, as proclaimed on June 12, 1898. Significance of the shrine. Symbol of Philippines independence. The shrine is where General Emilio Aguinaldo, the first president of the Philippines, officially declared the country independence. Annually Independence Day, celebrating every June 12, which is now a national holiday, called flag raising ceremony at the shrine to commemorate the historic event. Now a museum, the house has been preserved and turned into the museum to showcase artifacts and historical items relate to Aguinaldo and the Philippines Revolution. The shrine stands off as a national symbol of freedom and a reminder of the country's struggling of independence from
The Spanish-American War, April 1898. The Spanish-American War broke out in April 1898 due to the U.S. intervention in the Cuban War of Independence. The U.S. attacked Spain's Pacific possessions, leading to its involvement in the Philippine Revolution. Commodore George Dewey sailed from Hong Kong to Manila Bay aboard the USS Olympia and lead the Asiatic Squadron of the U.S. Navy.
Battle of Manila Bay. The Battle of Manila Bay happened in May 1898. Emilio Aguinaldo returned from Hong Kong with the first Philippine flag and called on to fight Filipino against Spain. The first Philippine flag sewn by Marcela Agoncillo, Lorenzo Agoncillo, and Delfina Herbosa. Filipinos and Americans attacked the Spaniards, but the battle was a mock battle, since Spain had already agreed to surrender to the U.S. The Treaty of Paris in 1898 finalized this arrangement, giving the Philippines, Guam, and Puerto Rico to the United States.
Kay fact about the woman who sewed the Philippine flag. Marcela Agoncillo. Marcela Mariano Agoncillo is born June 24, 1859 in Taal, Batangas. She died at May 30, 1946. She known as the mother of the Philippine flag and lead sewed of the Philippine flag in Hong Kong in 1898. His wife of Felipe Agoncillo, a diplomat who fought for the Philippine independence. Lorenzo Agoncillo, born in 1890 in Hong Kong. She died at 1972, rolled at the Philippine flag. At 7 years old, she helping her mother sew the Philippine flag. She is daughter of Marcela Agoncillo. Delfina Herbosa. Delfina Herbosa de Natividad, born in 1879. She died at 1903, rolled helping Marcela and Lorenza showed the Philippine flag. Niece of Dr. Jose Rizal, the national hero and wife of General Salvador Natividad, a revolutionary leader. These three women played an important role in Philippine history by making the flag symbolize freedom and independence.
The Philippine flag. The Philippine flag design featuring a white triangle with a sun and three stars, a blue stripe and a red stripe, holds deep symbolic meaning, representing liberty, peace, justice, patriotism, and the country's principal islands and provinces. The white triangle represents the liberty, equality, and fraternity. The blue one symbolizes peace, justice, truth, and sacrifice. The red one represents also patriotism and valor. The golden sun symbolizes unity, freedom, democracy, and sovereignty. The 8 rays around the sun, each ray represents a province or district with significant involvement in the 1896 Philippine Revolution against Spain. 3 stars represent the 3 main geographical regions, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao.
Historical background of the document. The Act of Declaration of Philippine Independence, June 12, 1898. On June 12, 1898, something historic happened in Kawit, Cavite. General Emilio Aguinaldo officially declared the Philippines' independence from Spanish rule. This moment was marked by the reading of the Acta de la Proclamación de la Independencia del Pueblo Filipino, a document written by Ambrosio Rianzares Bautista. But what was the purpose of this document? So, it was a bold statement telling the world, especially the Spaniards, that Filipinos were ready to stand on their own. It aimed to inspire Filipinos to keep fighting for their freedom and to establish the Philippines as a sovereign nation. During this momentous event, the Philippine flag was raised for the first time, symbolizing a new era. Alongside it, one Philippines composition, which would later become our national anthem, was played. Ambrosio Bautista then read the declaration in Spanish, sealing this historical proclamation. However, despite this declaration, the United States did not recognize Philippine independence. This eventually led to another struggle, the Philippine-American War. But June 12, 1898 remains a crucial milestone in our history, marking the day Filipinos officially declared their desire to be free. The Act of Declaration of Philippine Independence was more than just a document. It was a symbol of courage, unity, and the Filipino people's unwavering desire for freedom. Though it wasn't immediately recognized by the foreign powers, this declaration set the foundation for our fight for sovereignty. Today, we celebrate June 12 as our Independence Day, a reminder of sacrifices our ancestors made and the bravery they showed in claiming our nation's place in history. It serves as an inspiration for us to continue valuing and protecting the freedom they fought so hard to achieve. Because in the end, independence is not just about breaking free from colonizers. It's about standing together as a nation and shaping our own future.
The lost and recovered document. The original act of Declaration of Philippine Independence was lost during the 1990s due to the theft of historical documents. The demand for historical documents increased during the centennial anniversary of Philippine independence in 1998. Professor Milagros Guerrero from the University of Philippines negotiated for its return. The document was returned to the library or National Library in 1994.
That's all, everyone. Thank you for listening.